The Skullgirls situation is absolutely insane, and it's a rabbit hole that I've never really dove down before. But after what transpired today on social media, it got me intrigued to find out more. And holy crap, what a rabbit hole I went down and spent hours upon hours, and I still feel like I just scratched the surface of this incredible drama that seems unending. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Skullgirls is one of those games that has a very storied and checkered history as far as development is concerned, different game companies that have worked on it, and the IP itself has been beaten so bad that you can't even recognize what it is anymore. And if you thought it was bad leading up to this, just wait to see what happened next. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full story talking about the Skullgirls situation, at least what's transpiring recently with it. The article itself doesn't go too far into the background with this game because holy crap, I could write a 200-page dissertation or author a book about Skullgirls and still people would be like, yeah, you're not really getting all the info because holy crap, this is never ending. As some of you might already be well aware, Skullgirls has a long and extremely tangled history. Now it has taken yet another dramatic turn as Hidden Variable Studios has announced as of January 21st, 2025, it is no longer involved with the development of Skullgirls Mobile, second Encore, due to a dispute with Autumn Games. We'll get into a little bit of the lore on this because it wouldn't make any sense without that. But before we even get to that, let's talk about the statement that got put out today by Hidden Variable Studios. They said, official Hidden Variable statement regarding Skullgirls development. As of January 21st, 2025, Hidden Variable is no longer involved in the development of Skullgirls Mobile, second Encore, or other Skullgirls IP-related efforts due to a dispute with Autumn Games, which is now the subject of litigation filed in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. In light of that, we hope you understand that beyond this statement, we will not be commenting further until this dispute is resolved. Now, going into this statement, just somebody who didn't know much about the lore behind Skullgirls, I would say, oh, that's pretty innocent. They're just saying, hey, we got some ongoing dispute. Sounds like the original IP owner owes us some money, and we're not going to talk about this until it's resolved. And it makes sense, right? They're not the bad guys here. Are they? All of us at HVS are incredibly proud of the 10 plus years we've invested in Skullgirls in all its forms, including creating and supporting Skullgirls Mobile, bringing new characters and platforms to Skullgirls Second Encore, supporting the competitive community via the Skullgirls Championship Series, and helping fans new and old fall in love with the IP through the Skullgirls webtoon and countless other partnerships. And again, you read this and you're like, yeah, it sounds like they're really the good people here. They put so much work into this IP. What could possibly be wrong with them? Because clearly this is their thing, right? Because they've done all these things with it. Most of all, we're grateful to have been able to celebrate and support the incomparable Skullgirls community, many of whom we've been fortunate to meet in person over the years at various events. Thank you all for everything. You deserve nothing but the best. Hidden Variable Studios. And while they don't reference this specifically on their Blue Sky or X posting, this is kind of transcendentally mentioning litigation. So you dive a little bit further into it and you find out, oh no, they're actually now suing the original owners of the IP for missed payments to them. According to legal filings, Hidden Variable is apparently now suing Autumn Games for breach of contract, anticipatory breach of contract, and the breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, as well as goods and services rendered. Hidden Variable claims it has fully met the demands of the contract, but Autumn Games has failed to fulfill its financial obligations, withholding $131,500 payment expected November 2024. They missed the payments continued on November 15th, December 1st, December 15th, January 1st, January 15th, as well as an additional $15,000 in expenses. Now you can see just going through these numbers in their initial lawsuit here that it's tallying up to be quite a bit of money. In fact, we're reaching past $1 million in this lawsuit. of supposed missed payments. $1,227,308.98 to be specific, plus interest. And for those interested, I will link the smashjt.com article in the description below that will link the lawsuit filing alongside a bunch of other information that is very important for full context of the situation to make sure you understand what's actually happening here. While some may see Hidden Variable as the wrong party in this case, many people within the Skullgirls community have instead long viewed the studio as the company that stole the Skullgirls IP via a cancel campaign against the original creator Mike Zaimont, or Mike Z. Back in 2020, Zaimont faced a coordinated character assassination following a joke about George Floyd's infamous "I can't breathe" statement during a Skullgirls tournament live stream. And I watched this and listened to it, and man, 2020 was a different time, and I don't mean that in a good way. Everyone was out to cancel everyone. If you said the wrong thing, if they found out that you wrong think, they would do whatever they could to cancel you. Hell, fast forward to 2025, and I guess not much has changed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
suffocating, is what that
Yep.
was.
And
Suffocating.
still.
Would it be fair to say that you can't breathe?
Yeah.
All right, Gelato. You got a chance now.
Now, after you witnessed there, yeah, it was awkward, cringy, and unedited. That was a long 13 or so second gap of silence of no one talking because they were just so flabbergasted, shock and awe. Oh my God, he actually made an edgy joke. That's not acceptable in the game community. We can't have any of that in the modern era of gaming. No, instead, we need to cancel this person that runs the company, owns the IP, and created Skullgirls. No. He said something wrong. Time to ruin his life. Suddenly, after that joke, an old, dubious sexual harassment accusation was dredged up, and a full-scale cancellation attack on Mike ensued. Under massive pressure, Zaimont was ousted from Zero Lab Games, the studio that he founded. Hidden Variable then swiftly swooped in to take over Skullgirls development, effectively seizing control of the beloved fighting IP, aka stolen from the original creator, by canceling him. This is why a lot of people in the community are very frustrated at Hidden Variable Studios, because what they did wasn't necessarily ethical, but then again, in their minds, they probably think, yeah, all's well that ends well. This guy's a bad person and he deserved it. Again, this is all in my humble opinion, just by doing some initial research on the situation. The lawsuit being levied here is just the latest chapter in a saga full of corporate maneuvering, backstabbing, ideological battles, and more. This is the type of stuff that you could create a full-blown Hollywood movie based off of, and having someone canceled and seeing how you can swoop in and take what is worth a lot of money from underneath them, and everyone in the public that doesn't know any better would say, yeah, he shouldn't be able to do that stuff because he's a bad person. These other companies should be able to control the IP now. For those that want a deeper dive in how the gaming industry turned against Mike Z and how Skullgirls IP was wrestled away from him, YouTuber and friend of the channel, Short Fat Otaku, has done an excellent breakdown of the entire situation, which I will post in the description as well. And this is one of those videos, it's like an hour and a half plus long, going into a deep dive of what's going on with Skullgirls and the IP, that I watched it and I was like, holy crap, this is insanity. If it is to be believed, and based off the evidence presented, it's pretty certain that, yeah, that's kind of what happened here. The current lawsuit may seem like it's a simple business dispute on the surface, but no. Skullgirls saga is much deeper than most people will realize. From corporate betrayals to cancel culture takedowns, Me Too's, and insane accusations, it's a wild story that exposes the gross and ugly underbelly of the modern gaming industry. So crazy that even this Bunny AU on Twitter is involved with a portion of the takedown attempt, before ultimately thinking better of it and deleting including many of her original accusations against Mike Z. Again, this is all further detailed in Short Fat Otaku's video that I would highly recommend watching if you want the full-on deep dive of the lore behind Skullgirls and what's happening with this, because wow. Given the massive sums of money at stake in this legal battle, it's clear that Skullgirls is far from being free of any drama in the future as well. What's going to happen next? Will the lawsuit result in yet another major shakeup for the Skullgirls franchise? Only time is going to tell, but one thing's for sure, this is just another insane chapter in a long line of ongoing drama with this series itself. And honestly, now that I know what I do about it, it makes me very curious about what's going to happen next. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com. I will link this article and all the references and sources in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
So B Bunny, since this dropped back in 2020, came out with a video making vague but similar allegations against Zymont.
This is like my 20 billionth take. I have not yet read Bunny's DMs. I don't know what Mike said to her. I'm sure it was shitty, and I know that because Mike's been making weird sexual comments at me in and out of cosplay at fighting game events for actual years. And I've been writing a lot of it off because when I tell people, they're just like, oh, he's kind of like that, I'm sorry. And like, yeah, he is kind of like that, and he's kind of not changing for the past 5 years, y'all.
Smash